The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. He make an eye like down in a green pasture. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I Rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepares a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them. Uno anointed I head with uno oil. My cup runneth to over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I then me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kadamawe. How my house of Lisa I don't know what it was clear for. I been no heavy me gba fu my toe. Japata bed of you monye ku. How tell you mo hey. Oh you wala don. This is the Black Pot, aka KOJO, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral because we have taken sides. The side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire there is something super sumptuous cooking, ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. This is what we do here, literally. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, and of course the rank and file of our people, and we subject these to some crucial forensic scrutiny. Right after that, we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka KOJO, and here we speak truth to power. I'm happy to say we are live on YouTube, super live on Facebook, and of course you can also find us on X, formerly called Twitter. We are also on Instagram. Find us also on TikTok, where we keep taking and talking with the hands of patriotism. Remember, we are called Black Empire Media. Come here. Now, if you have not as yet subscribed to this channel, please do me a favor. Hit on the subscription button. Right after that, you hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. This is the address of the truth, the headquarters of the truth, the domicile of the truth. This is where the truth lives. And here we don't do politics. What we do is called patriotism. And remember, we are always on the side of the truth. And thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. Today we have 5 very important issues to deal with. And I pray for wisdom and energy to be able to deal with this. Please do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Hit on the notification button. It takes only 1 second. And you are part of the family. Remember to send your comments in. We will take your comments in 2 tranches. And then we are most excited to do business with you or follow up on your stories. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers. Send us a simple WhatsApp or a voice note, depending on what you enjoy doing. Tell us what business you are into. And again, maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are so good at that. We will certainly do that. This is the headquarters of the truth. My name, Black Rasta. If you're ready, let's get ready to rumble. Story number One. Watch this. KOJO Oppong-NKRUMAH runs from SAMMY GYAMFI as BAWA-ROCK rocks clean. KOJO Oppong-NKRUMAH runs from SAMMY GYAMFI as BAWA-ROCK rocks clean. Now we all know who KOJO Oppong-NKRUMAH is. He used to be a deputy minister of information. Then he rose to become the minister of information, having toppled Mustafa Hamid. Inshallah, we all remember. KOJO Oppong-NKRUMAH is also a broadcaster. He owns a TV station. At the same time, he is a very wonderful communicator for his party. He is an MP, and in parliament, his party has chosen him to talk about the economy and whatever. This is KOJO Oppong-NKRUMAH. Now, last week, KOJO Oppong-NKRUMAH was at a presser, and over there, he lamented vehemently and bitterly the work of the gold board headed by SAMMY GYAMFI. He was not happy that the Bank of Ghana has lost 214 million American dollars, allegedly, as told to us by the IMF. He also talked about a certain guy called BAWA-ROCK, a certain company called BAWA-ROCK, enjoying some kind of monopoly that, in his opinion and the opinion of his party, in fact, is totally untoward to the development of this nation. This is KOJO Oppong-NKRUMAH. Now, SAMMY GYAMFI promised that he was going to speak about this. And given the time, he fired back. We came with what he said. And then they were supposed to meet on radio and TV, news file. SAMMY GYAMFI was there with his arsenal, but KOJO Oppong-NKRUMAH was missing. Come here. Watch this. Now, KOJO Oppong-NKRUMAH sat down and eloquently he was able to deal with the issues one after the other. First and foremost, let us listen to exactly what KOJO Oppong-NKRUMAH said, the energy with which he said that, and the fact that he was waiting for a certain investigation, a probe to be opened, so that gold board activities, including the BOG activities concerning the gold issues, would be looked at. Watch this.
We are demanding the following: a bipartisan parliamentary inquiry into the circumstances under which the Republic of Ghana has lost $214 million, heading to $300 million, to be done here by the Parliament of Ghana on a bipartisan basis, as I mentioned. And we're asking for a parliamentary ad hoc investigative committee with power to subpoena all contracts, licenses, intermediaries, including this BAWA-ROCK monopoly that this morning we have informed you about. Under this bipartisan inquiry, we will be expecting the Bank of Ghana and the Gold Board to publish the fee structure, the pricing formula, the aggregator selecting criteria, and all foreign exchange arrangements that they have tied to this scheme, which has led to this loss. There are also environmental issues that have to be dealt with. And one of the things we'll be asking for is a suspension of permits in forest reserves and the introduction of serious measures on traceability. Because as at now, we have every reason to believe that state money is being used to buy Galamsey gold.
State money is being used to buy Galamsey gold, illegal gold. It is very, very interesting the way these people treated with kid gloves this issue of illegal mining when they were in power for 8 solid years. They gave wound to me the power to misbehave and play the buffoonery, destroying the Nimiri forest, allegedly. In fact, when even reports came out pointing fingers at Wuntumi and his Akunta mining, that employed Chinese people all over to destroy our forest and beyond. A lot of these people were nowhere to be found. After all, Party Hienska. Some of these hypocrites never spoke. They are destroyers of our nation, wicked people who do not deserve any respect whatsoever. My brother, they can afford mineral water. They can afford to fly their families left, right, and center. They can sit on TV and radio, lie about their wealth, because they have put their wealth in different people's names to run away from scrutiny. We have no respect for them, my brother. Today is the same people who are calling for the suspension of licenses in forest reserves. May I ask, this is a point of interest. Do we still have mining licenses in our forest reserves? If the answer is yes, then I am most disappointed. Why should we still have licenses in forest reserves? Do we understand what it means to say forest reserve? Today, Sir John is in hell, being sodomized by Satan because of what he did to our motherland, destroying our land, destroying our flora and fauna, and he even had the audacity, the effrontery, to bequeath land that did not belong to him to family and friends. Come here. That's him away. My brother, my sister, having said this, the whole nation was ready to listen to Sammy Gyamfi, the 36-year-old Sammy Gyamfi, the Sunyani boy. And when he sat on news file, oh my God, the eloquence, the fluidity with which he articulated himself left everybody shocked. It looks like KOJO Oppong-NKRUMAH stirred up a whole thunder and lightning in a teacup. In fact, he built a whole mountain out of a molehill because he was able, I'm talking about Sammy Gyamfi, to break down everything one after the other. And those people who even sat with him to question him, at the end of the day, they applauded from the depths of their minds. The knowledge, the fluidity with which he attacked the answers. I sat back and I was mesmerized. Sammy Gyamfi has since called for the probe. But my brother, my sister, today we have more information for you. Let me take you to Joy News' news file, hosted by my very good friend, Lawyer Samson Ayenini. Let's listen to what Sammy Gyamfi said about BAWA-ROCK and the so-called monopoly. And when we return, we will tell you what exactly this BAWA-ROCK thing is all about. Watch this.
Samson, BAWA-ROCK Company Limited is a company incorporated under the laws of Ghana. It was incorporated specifically, I believe, on the 15th of January 2015. 14th or 15th of January 2015. So it's a 2015 incorporated company.
Okay, so I confirm that we have seen that incorporation certificate and certificate to commence business. And as we do the show, we'll be showing you some of these pieces of evidence because we have them.
And in fact, I have, when I'm done answering this question, I'll give you all the evidence to the answers I provide. So first of all, it's a company incorporated under the laws of this country in the year 2015, meaning that it's been in existence. Is dealing in precious minerals, among others. So when you hear people say that, oh, this company has nothing to do with gold trading, it was not registered for that purpose, it is not true. And I'll give you the evidence for you to know that, yes, it is registered to carry out a number of activities, from mining to farming to dealing in general goods. But one key principal activity of the company is dealing in precious minerals. Now, this company is also not a mushroom company that just, surfaced in the gold trading space. As a matter of fact, it was licensed by the Precious Minerals Marketing Company to deal in gold in the year 2016. 2016.
The predecessor of the gold board.
Yes. And since 2016, the company has renewed its gold trading license every year until 2025. Every single year, the company has renewed its gold trading license. Now, this company we call BAWA-ROCK has been one of the major gold suppliers in the country. In fact, they were one of the major gold suppliers to aggregators under MIFS. When I say MIF, I'm talking about the Minerals Income Investment Fund established by the NPP. The MIFS Gold for Reserve program in the year 2024 when the NPP was in power. And I'm going to give you evidence to that. So now let's go to the evidence. These are the company's registration or incorporation documents showing that it was first incorporated on 14th January 2015. As I'm saying, all these copies I'll leave with you. Okay. I've also given soft copies to your producers. They can project it. Again, the company updated its incorporation on the 20th of November 2023,
right,
and became BAWA-ROCK Company Limited. It was initially BAWA-ROCK Limited. The certificate is also here. This was 2023. Then these are the articles of incorporation of the company showing that its principal activity is what? Number 1, mining. Number 2, farming. Number 3, construction. Number 4, trading in general goods. Number 5, dealers in precious minerals. Number 6, oil and gas. Number 7, import and export of general goods. So that is the evidence.
Why is it necessary to be exhibiting the incorporation documents to show that they were incorporated on 14th of January 2015?
Yeah, because some have suggested that SAMMY GYAMFI just went to Gold Board as CEO and decided to appoint a sole buyer of all the gold that Gold Board has been buying, and the company we have appointed is a company that was incorporated only in 2025. The NPP has been making that claim, and that company is even a company registered for the purpose of farming and fishing. It has nothing to do with gold trading. So we need to educate Ghanaians accordingly. Hold on. Please. This is one-on-one. Hold on. So it's not your time yet. Now, number 2, let me give you the evidence. This is the first PMMC license given to the company dated 10th March 2016, expired on 9th March 2017.
A year after its incorporation.
A year after its incorporation.
It got a license from the PMMC.
To deal in gold.
Okay.
A few licenses to show that they were renewing and very active from 2015 when they were incorporated to 2025. This is dated 14th February 2020, another license from the PMMC. This is another license from the PMMC dated 19th October 2023, and there are many others. Again, let me give you evidence of gold trading work, significant gold trading work done by this company. Now, I told you that the NPP under MIF rolled out a gold for reserve program in 2024 on the instructions of the then Vice President Alhaji Bawumia. The main aggregator, one of the main aggregators for MIF was a company called Gold Rich Refinery Limited.
Right.
One of the people who were the main suppliers of gold to this aggregator is BAWA-ROCK. And I'm giving you evidence. This is a letter from Gold Rich addressed to the manager of Fidelity Bank I've given your producers a soft copy, which is redacted because this one has the bank details of the company. Right. So they can project that. And as you can see on the screen already, it says transfer Gold Ridge Refinery Limited. This was a transfer instruction of 40 million cedis to BAWA-ROCK under the NPP to buy gold. And there are many of these letters. Number two, in the year 2017, the main gold buyer in Ghana, one of the biggest gold buyers in Ghana, was a company called AA Minerals. If you are you're well versed in gold trading issues in country, you would have heard of the name AA Minerals. There's a certificate issued by AA Minerals to BAWA-ROCK dated 3rd August 2017 as what? Their buying agent, 2017 when the NPP was in power. Now you also know of the biggest refinery, gold refinery in the whole of West Africa called Gold Coast Refinery. This is an invoice from a wire transfer from Gold Coast Refinery to BAWA-ROCK dated November 22, 2018 for BAWA-ROCK to buy gold for them. These are records of gold purchased by BAWA-ROCK for Gold Coast Refinery as at March 2018. These are all the records, and you can go to Gold Coast Refinery.
Okay, so he's just showing us now a tall list of as in purchases or the gold BAWA-ROCK's involvement
in the gold trading. So number one, it is not a 2025 registered company. It is a 2015 registered company. Number two, it is not solely a farming and fishing company. It also deals in the precious minerals, and I've shown you that. Number three, it has a solid track record in gold trading, acknowledged by Gold Coast Refinery aggregators under government's Gold for Reserves program and so on. And I've shown you his activeness even under the XY regime.
Right.
Now, Samson, I think the next question people will be asking after this.
The thing also is about why it is the sole gold buyer for the gold board.
Yeah, that is also another misconception. You know, a lot of people do not understand how gold board's trading model works. Samson, gold board.
This is Sammy Gyamfi talking. Now, let us get more serious. BAWA-ROCK is a company that has been dealing in gold even in the days of the NPP. Minerals Income and Investment Fund, MIF. Do we remember that name? Does it ring a bell? Dr. Sledge. Do we all remember Dr. Sledge? The alleged fraudster who has duped Ghana of so much millions. And now we have Iyoko and the rest of these investigators hot on his heels. We have talked about Dr. Sledge over and over on this show. He was the one, the main aggregator. When we say aggregator, the one who takes money from the government to buy gold for the use of government. That's an aggregator. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo picked up this guy called Dr. Sledge and gave him millions of American dollars, Ghana's money. And he was supposed to buy gold as an aggregator. Because he knew, he didn't know too much about gold. You know who he fell on? BAWA-ROCK and a few other people. And BAWA-ROCK supplied all the gold that Dr. Sledge needed. And we saw evidence that even at a point, he took 40 million American dollars and provided all the gold to Dr. Sledge. So Dr. Sledge became almost like a contractor, pushing people like BAWA-ROCK onto the field to deal with different people in order to get the gold. Today, BAWA-ROCK all of a sudden has become a villain. In the days of the NPP, he was a hero. The company was a huge thing. All of a sudden, he has become kakai. But we're going to go deeper into this, and I need you to pay attention. Now, Dr. Sledge is in trouble. Nobody is mentioning BAWA-ROCK because BAWA-ROCK gave out every single gold that was needed. And that was paid for by the myth. Today, as it stands, BAWA-ROCK is in the headlines. Why? Because many people say BAWA-ROCK is the only one that has taken 10 billion American dollars, and check that figure, 10 billion American dollars within a space of less than a year, about 9 months. So the people of Ghana, under the Gold Board, and also the BOG, Bank of Ghana, gave out 10 million American dollars. 10 billion, please. 10 billion American dollars to a company called BAWA-ROCK to go out there and get gold for the people of Ghana. And each week, they spent about 250 million American dollars buying gold. But was BAWA-ROCK always the main and the sole aggregator? No. SAMMY GYAMFI was shy of mentioning some of these, but we're going to mention them. There were about 5 different aggregators picked up by the Gold Board to go out there and scout for gold, buy gold for the Bank of Ghana. And when Gold Board gave the money out to all these 5 people to go out there, they started working. Now, who are the people we are talking about? 5 of them. Now, number 1, my brother, my sister, we had great people like Passion Gold. Passion Gold was one of the aggregators. Yes, Passion Gold, one of the aggregators. We had Max Palasco as one of the 5. Max Palasco. And that is Max Palasco. Then we also had BH Minerals Limited. BH Minerals Limited as one of the aggregators. Then also BAWA-ROCK. 5 of them. Then Gold Board decided to bring down the number, taking out 2. So it was left with Max Palasco, BH Minerals, and BAWA-ROCK. 3 of them were out there running their things and doing their things. Then finally, Gold Board decided that all these people will be suspended, as SAMMY GYAMFI said, and then only BAWA-ROCK will be dealt with. And you know why? This is very sensitive. Come here and dash it away. Now watch this. It used to be 5. 2 were dropped and the rest were running. Then everybody was dropped except BAWA-ROCK. Now what SAMMY GYAMFI realized was this. He gave out a lot of money to some of these aggregators. Go out there and buy gold. And they went out there. They bought the gold. Some of them would hoard the gold and wait for the price to either go up or down, so that they could go back and say, oh, you know what? We bought the gold like this amount high, though they bought it low. Can I explain that again? You buy gold now for 2 pesos. You wait until the gold price goes up to about 5 pesos. Then you take it to Gold Board and say, oh, yeah, I bought it at 5. You have made profit of how much? 3 pesos. Gold Board kept asking, where's the gold? Where is the gold? How much gold do you have? Bring the gold. Bank of Ghana needs the gold. Bring the gold. Oh, we don't get some yet. Oh, we just buy this amount. He left. You wait small. Boss, wait small. Boss, wait small. And then SAMMY GYAMFI decided to be smart. You know what he did? On the 25th of June 2024, he decided to tell all the aggregators, if you say you have not been able to buy the gold, bring the rest of the money. Listen to this wise guy. You are saying you haven't bought the gold, right? Bring the rest of the money. Quickly, bring it. We need it. I have to return that to the Bank of Ghana. And all of them started running helter-skelter. Oh, boss, yesterday, no way we get the gold all by. Meanwhile, they probably were waiting for the price to shoot so that they would come and say, oh, take, so they would get their profits and whatever. Meanwhile, they were all paid agent fees to be able to go get the gold. But some of them wanted to benefit twice. So SAMMY GYAMFI and his gold board sat back and realized that one of the most honest amongst them was BAWA-ROCK. BAWA-ROCK, the moment it got the money, it delivered. Low price, take. He would always be honest. Give, give, give. Until everybody started talking about BAWA-ROCK at Gold Board and even at the Bank of Ghana. In order to cut shortages and leakages, every other person was asked to hold on whilst BAWA-ROCK went on to do the business. I'm giving you deep information. So BAWA-ROCK became the sole guy from the middle part of last year till this time. My brother, my sister, having said this, who owns BAWA-ROCK? Which guy is this? He's a 39-year-old boy born in Obuasi on the 2nd of February 1986. In fact, he will be 40 in a few days on the 2nd of February 2026. His name is Alhaji Rashid Bawa Namoro. That's him. We had to blur his face because this has security undertones. This is Alhaji Rashid Bawa Namoro. And when you listen to his name, especially the Namoro part, you know where he is coming from the northern part of Ghana. He's a combination of the Upper West, two ethnic groups coming together to produce him. Many people are confusing this guy with an NPP activist, a former diplomat called Rashid Bawa. Rashid Bawa was a diplomat for the country in Nigeria. This is Rashid Bawa. There are other photos of him that you might find necessary for identification. This is Rashid Bawa. He died only in 2024, last 2 years. This is not Alhaji Rashid Bawa Namoro. This is Alhaji Rashid Bawa of blessed memory. Dash him away. Now, let's get back to BAWA-ROCK. Now, the owner of BAWA-ROCK is that guy called Alhaji Rashid Bawa Namoro. His father was Alhaji Bawa Idrisu. This man. This is Alhaji Bawa Idrisu. This is the father of the guy. And if you cannot identify him too well, check out this one. He was born into a Muslim family of 9 children. His father had 9. My brother, my sister, and this is Alhaji Bawa Idrisu, his father. Very interesting. Oh yes, 9 children. Some other sources say 6 children. But his son, called Alhaji Rashid Bawa Namoro, he has 3 wives. He's getting ready to marry a 4th wife. He's a Muslim and he has 9 children. His father had 6 children. And who was his father? This is where the story is. His father was a miner. So he was born into a family of miners. His father established a number of companies in Ghana, mining companies. He started off with minerals mining. Then it metamorphosed into precious mining and then Asanko. Do you all remember this? That was this man who did that. And he always carried his little boy to the mining site, teaching him everything about mining. But when his son grew up, he wasn't too interested in the mining. He was more into the buying rather than going on the field to mine. And he established BAWA-ROCK Limited in 2015. Now, BAWA-ROCK is not the only company that he has in Ghana. He also has BAWA-ROCK in Liberia. He also has the Namoro Steel, and he deals in steel. My brother, my sister, this is the guy we are talking about. A lot of experience from when he was born into that family of miners. His father, Alhaji Bawa Idrisu, was the one who showed him mining. He had 6 children, and he picked up those who were interested in the thing after some time and pushed them on. But his own son, Rashid Bawa Namoro, was more interested in the selling and buying of the gold, and he decided to establish BAWA-ROCK. This is the guy we are talking about. For several years, as you have been told by SAMMY Gyamfi, he's been involved in this business, supplying the gold to the people of Ghana. Clean record. Now, where it is very sad is that SAMMY Gyamfi has made it clear that other aggregators may be coming in. But the point is that Alhaji Rashid Bawa Namoro himself was not acting alone. He had sub-aggregators. How many of them? 53 of them. All these people, over 50 sub-aggregators. So when the money came, he distributed it to over 50 other aggregators. Plus himself, 54 aggregators. And they went out and they all took money. So the monopoly is a pseudo monopoly. SAMMY Gyamfi has made it clear that other aggregators may be coming in, but they just came into power and they realized that the aggregator they could trust more is no other person than this guy here called Alhaji Rashid Bawa Namoro. And this guy has become the most talked about guy in Ghana right now, because a certain irresponsible party in opposition is not happy that Ghana is prospering. And all of a sudden, IMF, who did not even want Ghana to be amassing gold as reserves, has come out to say, oh, 214 million American dollars lost to the Bank of Ghana. As many people have said, if we will lose 214 million American dollars and have our economy in this shape, then we are prepared to lose more to put the economy in a better shape. That is the price. That is if that figure from IMF is right at all. Remember, it's unaudited. If it's right, come here. And we are concluding. Watch this. Now, IMF first came here a few months ago telling Gold Board and the rest of them, Minerals Commission, saying, hey, you know what? In these days, it's not important to amass gold as reserves. It won't help your economy in any way. Remember, we told you this? Everybody was shocked at the meeting. But SAMMY Gyamfi and his people said, no, we are traditional people. We also know economics. The white man cannot teach us economics anymore. We know what we are about. Let's continue going for the gold. So they pushed Rashid and the rest out there. They brought in the gold. And today, the economy is enjoying this buoyancy because of the gold reserves. IMF, I believe, is trying to find every loophole to destroy the economy of Ghana. Those of you who have not read The Economic Hitman, I keep saying this. Please find that book and read it. This is how they behave. When they realize an African country is showing a lot of potential, they send economic hitmen to saddle you with debt. They give you loans, a lot. You ask for 10 billion, they give you 100 billion. So, oh, yeah, economy is good. Go ahead, go ahead. Then, when they come back to take the money, and you are unable to pay, yes, unable to pay, they start taking hold of your economy, messing it up, so that in no time, there could be a coup d'etat. And I tell you, the West can easily sponsor coup d'etats in so many different countries. Look at what is happening in Venezuela. Look at what is happening in Burkina Faso. My brother, my sister, congratulations to the Gold Board. Congratulations to BAWA-ROCK and all the other aggregators. We just pray that they will continue being honest to the people of Ghana. And again, Galamsey, this has to be treated very, very seriously. Galamsey, hey, if you get all the gold in the world and Galamsey is still on, you have earned nothing. SAMMY GYAMFI, Minerals Commission, the Ministry of whatever, all of them would have to come together and push this agenda against Galamsey. Or else, we are just cutting our noses to spite our faces. Congratulations to BAWA-ROCK. SAMMY GYAMFI has been able to prove beyond all doubt that yes, we are getting gold, and this is what it is. And before we came into the studio, I saw a publication which said that KOJO Opppong-NKRUMAH ran away from SAMMY GYAMFI after making all the noise that was calculated to destabilize the economy. You know, the opposition is not interested in the growth of the nation. The opposition is only interested in power. Whatever we can say to destroy the government so they become less popular, and then we can now come into power, we will do it. And Ghana will publish it, right? Watch this. KOJO Opppong-NKRUMAH chickened out in defending claims against Gold Board. And this is Jifagunu talking about this. It's a shame. Let it be known that KOJO Opppong-NKRUMAH was invited to Newsfile to defend his claim against Gold Board. He chickened out. That's what he posted. With all the noise. Most of them are interested in monologues. They know the worth of SAMMY GYAMFI, how strong he can defend his views and all that. And they've known this from times past. Let us not try to destabilize the good work that the president of Ghana is doing. Today, if the Gold Board is scrapped or they reduce funding in the buying of the gold and whatsoever, can you imagine where the nation would be? A lot of these things that we are enjoying in terms of the buoyancy of the economy, you could attribute a big chunk of that to Gold Board. That is why Mahama doesn't play with SAMMY GYAMFI. And from the little interviews that I had with some of the aggregators, they told me SAMMY GYAMFI is an honest man. And I like to hear that people are honest. And you know Blakk Rasta, if it's not, we will come out and then we will spit fire. You know that that is who we are. It's all about Ghana. It doesn't matter who is involved. We supported Nana Addo from the beginning. When he started to mess up, we went straight in his face and told him. We supported Bawumia when he started misbehaving. We went to him. We supported Kennedy when he started misbehaving. We went straight at him. So we have a track record of only standing with the truth. And you know that. To SAMMY GYAMFI, if you want us to always be on your side, you know what to do. be on Ghana's side. The moment you start to drift, we will help you bury yourself. And I know you will not do that. In the interim, this is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Yes! Story number 2. Watch this. AGYINASARE calls for fast jail terms for NPP thieves. Wow. Who is Charles AGYINASARE? Archbishop Charles AGYINASARE. I have known this man from when I was a little chap in Tamale. He came to an area that was populated majorly with Muslims. He established a church right there, and he started from a classroom in Tamale. Zogbeli, specifically, we used to call him Brother Charles. I was a little boy running around, and we used to mock them because from a Muslim society, anything that is not Muslim is worthy of mockery. As little boys, this was what we did. Later, when he was no longer in Tamale, and I started hearing Charles AGYINASARE, and then it clicked that this was the Brother Charles that we knew. He had a church at the time, if I'm right, called Miracle, something, World Miracle Church, I remember. And he was doing miracles, healing people in Tamale. This is the guy. Now he has Perez Chapel. And it's a beautiful edifice. Let me give you a shot from the top. Watch this. Look how beautiful it is. This is the Perez Chapel. It's a very beautiful edifice. Oh, Jesus. And when you go into that church, it's like you have entered the gates of heaven. It's beautiful. Oh, yes. Now, those of us who still do not remember who Archbishop Charles AGYINASARE is, Nogokpo. Remember a few months back, he was preaching and he mentioned Nogokpo, the seat of traditional power. And some people in Nogokpo were not happy. The traditional authorities summoned him to come to Nogokpo and apologize for whatever he had said. We thought that they are taking it to the extreme, the way they handled it. And remember that we went into it and spoke about it. They threatened him with death. But he refused to go and apologize. After he said, my wife is from the area. My children are named traditionally with our names from the area. How on earth would I look down on such a powerful area where my children are coming from, where my wife is coming from? But no, the ego-filled spokesperson of Nogokpo was insisting that he must come and apologize, or else they would show him celestial power. We mocked that. They were going the extreme. The man had already apologized in one way or the other, but they wanted him to come on his knees to Nogokpo. He said, no, sir. We waited and waited. He didn't die. He was getting healthier and healthier. We said, no, that is not how the gods kill. No, if the gods can kill at all, this is not how they kill. They also look into the heart of men. Remember Charles AGYINASARE, Nogokpo issue, everything gone. But Reverend, I beg your pardon, Archbishop Charles AGYINASARE had preached some 3 years back, am I right? 3 years back, about some thieves. And this was during the NPP regime. Those of us who don't remember, let me take you back to church. Let's listen to what the man of God said. He had moved away totally from what we knew him to be talking about because of wanton corruption, stealing, how the Nana Addo Dankwa government had become so dirty with corruption. And this was what he said, and I am told that he was even threatened. There were threats on his life after he said this. Let's go to church. Watch this.
Anyone in this nation who has swallowed down riches, God will cause them to vomit it. From every level. Amen. For judges who take money to give bad judgment, they will vomit it. For journalists who take money to do wrong stories, they will vomit it. Soldiers and policemen who violently take what belongs to other people, they will vomit it. Chiefs who sell a piece of land to multiple people by crisis and circumstances, they will vomit it. Pastors that take money that the church did not pay them, they will vomit it. Those who intentionally prevent others from their daily bread because of either politics or they are in power or because they have been promoted and deprive legitimate people of what belongs to them, they will vomit it. Doctors who take money and don't deliver proper care will vomit it. Lawyers who take advantage of their clients will also vomit it. GRA, Ghana Revenue Authority, those who intentionally slap taxes to get people out of business, those people will vomit it, and God will protect the innocent people. You see, our Public Procurement Act, Section 92, 2016, and Section 124 of the Criminal Offences Act, 2003, says, amongst other things, that when a government official or public figure steals during procurement, he gets fined 3,000 to 5,000 cedis or 2 to 3 years in prison. But the ordinary, irrespective of the quantum of money he stole. But if the ordinary citizen who does a similar, thing, the ordinary storekeeper, the ordinary somebody, when he does a similar thing, he gets fined 24,000 cedis or he's in prison 5 to 10 years. This law shows you that the rich get away and the poor always suffer. But you see, that is why we are appealing to the higher judge. So that this law, it doesn't favor the ordinary man. It favors the... Amen. They will vomit it. So public officers and anyone who goes into public office, including politics, and in 4 years gets more than a house and a good car, because he stole or inflated prices or inflated a contract, he will vomit it. Ordinary people who work for others in this nation and steal from them, they will also vomit it. You see, when we talk about the vomiting, it says, and God will cause them to vomit it. It's serious. When God is causing you to vomit, you may get strange sicknesses and diseases, mental problems for your children. Your children will be taken advantage of. The sickness that kills ordinary people, the sickness that doesn't kill ordinary people will kill you, and all kinds of things. Because the money that was supposed to be used for a road, a hospital, you have chopped it. The money that was supposed to belong to somebody, you are, God will cause you to vomit it. In Jesus' name. Your descendants will have strange occurrences in health and in the things they do. Because you can go into politics, or you can be a public servant, director of a corporation, a company, etc. Be the boss of, be a salesman of somebody's company and not steal and still be prosperous. May that be your story and your testimony in Jesus' name.
May that be your testimony and your story in Jesus' name. This is a preacher man who has brought politics into the Bible, which is very necessary. A lot of these preachers just stay away, make their money, and that's it. He has ventured into the lives of the common man, hitting the politicians hard. And this was in the days of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And when Mahama came into power, you know what he said? He said the same thing. But this time round, he said, Mahama, go after all the thieves of our wealth. Let them vomit it. Make those who swallowed our riches vomit it. AGYINASARE charges Mahama government. In the days of Nana Addo, he didn't say, Nana Addo, go get it. He was supervising over thieves. People stealing, using the myth. People stealing gold for oil, gold for reserve. People had so much money under their bed. Cathedral, they stole a lot. AGYINASARE has now told Mahama, those thieves, we haven't forgotten them. Go after them. Those MPP thieves, go after them. Your government just started. We don't expect that anybody has started stealing yet. That's if they would steal. But those that stole in the other regime, that I said 3 years ago they will vomit it. It is time for the vomiting. It is time for the afefe. Let them vomit. That's what he's telling Mahama. My brother, my sister, this is my preacher. Not the preacher who folds his arms and is always Matthew 1 verse 2. No. Yes, you preach the Bible, you quote from the Bible, but venture into more of the realism of the people's lives. This is Archbishop Charles AGYINASARE on the 31st night telling Mahama, I beg you, those thieves we talked about, the thieves of our wealth, it's time for them to vomit it. Let them all vomit it. My brother, my sister, in the 8 years of the NPP, so much corruption happened. In fact, they borrowed $3 billion American dollars from the IMF. Today, listen, we went to the IMF and the World Bank begging for $3 billion American dollars. Listen, oh. And because of that, they gave us dirty haircuts. Because of that, many people died. Pensioners died. Because their money had been swallowed by the DDEP. Meanwhile, in Mahama's regime, one man was given 10 billion, more than 3 times what we went to IMF to embarrass ourselves for. 10 billion to go and do business. Hallelujah. It's vomiting time now. Do you want to hear it again? I'm saying, when Kenoforiata and the rest were in power, remember the so-called e-levy cake that was supposed to prevent us from going for the IMF loans? We were looking for just $3 billion American dollars. That was all our nation was worth. 3 billion, or else the economy would crash. And we went cap in hand, begging, quoting the Bible unnecessarily. A few months later, when Mahama became president, the government doled out 10 billion American dollars. 10 billion, and gave to one man. Go and buy gold within a space of less than a year. And still has a lot in reserve. If this is not a blessing, what is it? If this is not common sense or patriotism, what is it? A whole nation of about 40 million people ran to the IMF and the World Bank looking for just 3 billion. And because of that, so much hardship in the country. IMF dictated to us what we should do. We lost our sovereignty. They sent their rep to come all the way from wherever to sit in our Accra office here and dictate, don't buy pineapple on Friday. Hey, on Wednesday, don't drink pito. Hey, you must eat Kobe from now. No pizza, no this. And people started dying. And this dirty, irresponsible party in power doesn't want us to talk for all that they took us through. Hey, during that time, there was something they called Jakpa. Everybody was running out of the country. People were shooting us on the deserts, killing us, feeding us to whales and sharks on the high seas. Mahama came back. In less than a year, we got 3 times that and more and gave to one man to spread amongst aggregators through the gold board, 10 billion. And to make it worse, Mahama ran to the IMF and IMF asked, what is happening? Are you here for more money? He said, no, I'm here to pay the debt that those irresponsible people slapped on us. I said, what? Security, come after these people. It's never happened. You are coming to pay before it's time? Mahama said, yes, we are here to pay. He clicked his fingers and they brought the bullion van. Pay them! Today you sit back and say, you want to know traceability and you want to know who BAWA-ROCK is. Hey. We want to also know the 214 million. When, what's his name? That guy with little brains, Chairman Wuntumi, was buying Chelsea. Did you slap him with traceability? Where he got his money from? The gold. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and to Archbishop Charles AGYINASARE, love and respect, please keep preaching these messages. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey ya, hey yo, oh yo.
Go on, Skipper George.
Black Pot, Kukushonemo.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Please share the broadcast so many more people can be part of this. This is the home of exclusivity. Oh, yes. The home of exclusives. If you have not as yet subscribed to this channel, please hit on the subscription button. Right after that, hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be notified to watch. Without much ado, story number 3. Watch this. Kennedy Japan storms church for ELBERNARD'S prayers. Hey. Now, a few days ago, I saw a certain flyer. And I was a little surprised, though not too much. What flyer am I talking about? This one. Ken's National Praise 2026. United in Praise. Oh my God. And all the top gospel artists in Ghana and beyond were paraded. Yes, paraded, men and women. It happened on the 2nd of January 2026, starting 5 p.m. sharp. And you know where it happened? At UPSA, the church called First Love Church. Oh my God. And listen, it's PhD, patriotism, honesty, and discipline. These were the reasons I was supporting Ken. But when he started talking tribalism, I just pushed him away. Now, many people were surprised and shocked because Kennedy Japan is a man who is not so much of the God type. For him, it's a waste of time to go to church. For him, he believes in God, but instead of going to church, he will use that time to do business. He said it over and over. I don't have any problem with him. In fact, religion is so personal, so very personal. You see, obisum ni nyame no na unjina hobby. This is Kennedy Japan. Some of the biggest businessmen in the world, they don't even know God. And if he is this businessman of such repute and he tells you that he believes in God, that's a plus. And if he tells you that he doesn't go to church because he thinks it's a waste of time, you should understand him in one way or the other. He might not be your normal church guy, but he believes in God. Unfortunately, nobody ever asked him if he believed in Jesus Christ. But he said that he believes in God, but he doesn't believe in lack, and he doesn't also believe in church. Then all of a sudden, he decides to go to church, sponsoring the church activities, paying musicians to come and dance and sing hallelujah to God. Church goers, Christians. It was surprising, wasn't it? But politics can do a lot. Even Baumia goes to fetish priests and they use their long whip, the whisk, Budia, to, lash his back and all that. Baumia goes to the church. He kneels before the pastors. They pour oil on his head and pray for him. That's what politics is all about. Inclusivity, isn't it? So he was doing politics. So he went to the church and he danced to the glory of God. He was with his wife. Yeah, he can dance offbeat. In fact, I think Ken is a better dancer than Baumia. My brother, my sister, he went to church. The church was packed to capacity. And then the moment arrived. Prophet Bernard Nelson Eshen, the Takrade-born prophet, who has a solid track record, who is standing alone in this fight. Apart from him, and maybe a couple of other prophets, everybody says that Ken is going to lose the primaries. But as he told me, and I leaked to you, Ken would win the primaries and go ahead to win the presidency. He's a man whose oil, whose anointing I respect so much. But sitting at where I am, I don't believe that Ken will be president. The NDC is doing too much to remain in power. At the time, I supported that Ken should beat Baumia. But now, I don't care. Whether it is Ken or it is Baumia, they are all in the same pot of tribalism. Neither of them is better than the other. Tribalists, the two of them. We were running away from Baumia because of tribalism, too many lies and all that. And we thought that Kennedy would have done something. At least support him now. In the future, he could jump onto the boat. Then he also went to Chebi and did that nasty tribal politics. He has not, as yet, apologized to the good people of this country. So we have distanced ourselves from him. People who follow this show, they know what we're talking about. Today you might see Blakk RASTA seemingly supporting a certain good thing. Think twice. Read behind the mask. You realize that it's 100% patriotism, honesty, and genuineness. We can't fake it. We are too fine to be fake. When you sleep a little bit, aba yadi bo techino bejibi. Ba usubejibi. So Bernard Nelson Eshen all of a sudden appeared, and the noise that heralded his coming was stupendous, was so cacophonous. Yes, so cacophonous. And there he was. What did he say? He started calling him Your Excellency. Remember, Your Excellency. He's yet to officially tell you that Kennedy will be the next president according to his visions. But he's told me already. And I've given it to you already. Remember, we heard it first here. My brother, my sister, listen to. He started by blowing his trumpet a little bit to tell you his track record. Then he hit it hard. Watch this.
Praise the Lord. I said, praise the Lord. His Excellency, Kennedy AGYAPONG. My assignment here is very simple. To agree with all believers here present and all ministers of the gospel to pray for you. But His Excellency, there is an angel of the Lord here, and I have walked with this angel the past 26 years. God called me into ministry. It was this same angel that when I met the Gamanche, when he was sitting in a church in Kumasi Family Chapel, in the congregation that the angel instructed me to call him, and I picked him. And the angel said, tell the Gamanche there will be a day he will come and rule as the Gamanche of the people of Accra. His Excellency, it is the same angel of God that in a service in Ghana, when I saw two ladies in the service and I called them out and I mentioned the name Laurent Gbagbo, and I said, the Lord said, their mother, who has been sentenced to a prison term of over 20 years, will not even spend 3 years in jail. Their mother will come out from jail, and when their mother is out, their father, Laurent Gbagbo, will come out from the International Criminal Court. His Excellency, it is the same angel that told me that John Dramani Mahama will come and become His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana. His Excellency is the same angel that made me to speak to the current Inspector General of Police that in 2025 a new government will be in power, and in less than 4 months as they are in power, he shall be made the IGP. It is the same angel that made me to speak to Dr. Gideon Wako that there are 2 elections ahead of him. One is a primary, he will win, and he will win the main election, and 2025 he will be in the Parliament of Ghana. It's the same angel that has made me to consistently speak about your coming. Today, the angel said I should tell you face to face that on the 31st of January 2026, the number you pick during balloting that has made this as your symbol after the election, this will be your position. Stretch your hands.
Stretch your hands towards him and let's pray. He addressed him as Your Excellency. And he said he will win the primaries. Almost all the other prophets in Ghana are going for Bawumia. Prophet Nigel said, it will look like he's winning, but he will lose. The boys shall truly be separated from the men. Has Kennedy all of a sudden decided to believe in prophets? We all remember when he said, our software kweshifo na omu declare elections ewa Ghana this year. I can tell you something that he shared with me personally. He asked me, Blakk Rasta, do you believe in this ELBERNARD guy? In other words, he didn't believe in him. And I remember telling him, I can lay down my neck like this for ELBERNARD. He has spoken the mind of God one too many times for me to doubt him, even to me myself. Well, he didn't seem excited about it. A few months back, I know that Kennedy Japan still doubts in one way or the other whether this prophecy will come to pass or not. Though many people around him are telling him this is a credible man of God. I'm sure that's why Bernard ELBERNARD started off by opening up his dossier of credibility to him. And I'm sure Kennedy will go around asking all these people, is it true what he said? Is it true what he said? But for Kennedy, this is just a business meeting. All the gospel singers are business people. After all, he will pay them. All this is supposed to tell the people that, oh, I also believe in God. Jesus is here. So vote for me as your brother. Whatever it is, my brother, my sister, may the best candidate win. And for NPP, never again. It's the Blackpot, aka KOJO OPPONG, where we speak truth to power. Story number 4. Watch this. Sad how AGYINASARE cheated me. OBINIM cries. I saw a video of OBINIM crying, shedding tears. And I was wondering, this is OBINIM. Oh yes, he's a self-styled man of God who lied to Ghanaians years back that he was an angel and how he could appear in people's dreams. He could turn into any animal of his choice, snake, lizard, bird, whatever. Later on, Kennedy Japan, who we just talked about, exposed him as a dangerous, dirty womanizer and a fake. And from that time, his church started dwindling. Now the church is trying to rise from the dust. He came back to apologize to us. And he told us that all that he told us about him turning into animals and all that, he was lying. In Twi, we say trickery. Now, or yet trickery. This is Angel OBINIM. For some time now, he doesn't really call himself Angel OBINIM. This is Bishop OBINIM. He has several branches of his church across Ghana and beyond. Recently, his wife was in a big controversy where people trolled her day and night about her looks, recent looks, and all that. And he came out to support the wife in one way or the other. What was OBINIM saying in that tape? He was in church. And this was what OBINIM said. Watch this.
Manopa 6, the paper this time. Mesusa. Driver for now. Yeno Makasa. Ediano Machade. In and out, Yomobeji, Adiachi, and now pay 31st December watch night from 6. yɛhwɛ bani mu asɔre dan ho na 7 abo anopa na 8 abo afei yɛfrɛ mo mo mfa na abo 9 yɛfrɛ mo mfa baako pɛ a wɔfa ne kɔɔ wɔsɛ mɛka no korɛ asɔre bebree na ɛyɛ watch night ɛwɔ mu sɛ mabuku yɛ nyinaa nanso ebi mo ba yɛ so sɛ mo bɛka yɛyɛ kaa na kɔ ɔmo so watch night a na yɛyɛ aka kyerɛ wɔn mo sɛ o yɛyɛ kɔ aboro so nkyɛn obi nim wɔn na wɔn abuku yɛn na asɔrefoɔ no sɛ o ina na atwo ɔmo twi ase yɛbɛba mo dɔboro yes ɛnokora tɔmo mfa yɛn yes.
Wow, come here. Now Obinim is crying. He said, when he was going to do his watch night, he spoke to a private transporter. The VIP is known all over Ghana. And he booked some buses for his church members to be brought all the way from Kumasi. And they agreed. But when the time was up and he was calling them, they refused to answer. Only one person answered. And the person was frank enough to tell him, you know what? After you booked, and I'm telling you this in anonymity, AGYINASARE of the Second Chance, his church called and also wanted the buses. And then we told them that you had booked already. And the church said they will pay twice whatever you paid. That is why we have decided that we will not honor your part. So please, whatever money you have paid, come and take it. And remember, it's business, right? This is a private outfit. And therefore, when the 31st night came and Obinim went to church, look at the number of people who went to church. Look at the people who were with him in church at Tema. My brother, my sister, Abuso. That is the church, Tema. He was expecting more because it's a nationwide kind of thing. He chose one venue. People were supposed to come from the branches all over and join. But he managed with this. This is about 2 or so VIP buses. So whilst he was preaching, he was crying that he had been double-crossed. And whilst he was crying, a day before, people were coming all the way to Asankare in buses. Not only from VIP, but from everyone who had a bus to hire, to Second Chance. They were coming in their numbers. Buses coming all the way. My brother, my sister, on the road. Running to this church. Look at the church. We are told it has the capacity of 2.5 million. My brother, look. And this private cars and what have you, 2.5 million. The whole of Jamaica can be squeezed into it. As for Guyana, twice the nation in terms of population can be squeezed into it. Look at the buses that were coming from Kumasi and other places. There was traffic all over the place. He didn't depend on only VIP. He depended on so many different transport networks. And look at the buses from afar. Look. And this was still daytime. As the buses were arriving. My brother, my sister, look at the number of buses that arrived there. And by night, and if you look at it, you would realize that, hey, as night came, look at the roads. And I'm going to show you more. Just watch. That was the daytime you saw earlier. Now by night, when 31st night was about to begin a second chance, look at it. Look at it. There was no place to park. That was why some were parking in the bush. Look at it. Look at the number of cars that came. VIP or no VIP. My brother, my sister, look at it. It's like a whole city. 2.5 million capacity. We are told. These are the official figures. Some have also said it's probably 1.5 million. But look at it. Buses. It's a whole city, my brother, my sister. Second chance. And this is the church building. Now let's try to enter inside the church. And you will see. Look at it. Look at it. So OBINIM is trying to say that maybe if he had the VIP honor, his professional promise, the numbers would have been more. But look at that. Look at the number of people. It's the biggest 31st night watch in the whole of Africa. Everyone was seated. Musicians came to play. The whole place was hot. Ventilation very good. And people came in their numbers. And when you ask yourself, what exactly is happening in this church? I've spoken to a few people and they told me they like the way the man of God preaches. He brings the message down low to their understanding. Many others said he's so anointed. If you are fortunate to shake hands with him, all the demons that have been tormenting you would leave you and you become prosperous. And much more. I heard many others saying that the man of God is a philanthropist. He gives money to the church, millions. And he invites people, asks them their problems, and he gives them money to start business. That's what they like about him. He doesn't take tithe in the church. He doesn't concentrate on bring this and I'll pray for you. Come and put the money here and I'll pray for you. He rather gives them money. Of course, he has some items that he sells. And when you go, he doesn't force you to buy that. My brother, this is like a whole nation. So you see why when politicians are going for elections, this is one of their topmost priorities. They go there and speak with the man of God. They give him some money. I'm sure he looks at the money and he laughs. Because this is nothing to him. This man controls millions, billions. He has a TV station. At the same time, he has built a lot of church networks. He has farms and so on and so forth. He's a man of God who doesn't fall on the people's money, as his members told me. For OBINIM, yes, VIP behaved unprofessionally. If what OBINIM told his people is the truth, did they sign any documents? Did he pay some money Or he just booked and said, I'll call and pay later. What exactly was the arrangement? Maybe next time OBINIM would have to book earlier. And next year, you may be shocked that Prophet Stephen Adumche-Dua might just buy 5,000 buses for the church to bring people to the church for 31st night watch. This man is capable of doing that. If he can build a whole edifice that can contain allegedly 2.5 million people, 5,000 buses will mean nothing to him. Well, it's good that they are preaching Jesus. It's good that they are preaching morality, and they are not leading the people into stealing from the government like politicians are doing. And anything that seemingly looks good to us, we would like to support. Is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and to OBINIM Obeyate. Awiyan kakra. You used to control the masses. Before Stephen Adumche-Dua started having this, if he can rise to the point that he is, just be honest to the people, help the people out, and preach good messages to them, I'm sure that your hard work would also reap results. It's a Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunemo, and here we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey, hey, you, wayo,
Skipper George.
Blakk Pot. Kukushonama.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Please hit on the notification button after you have subscribed so that you will be reminded anytime we are on, okay? All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Let's take your final comments. Well, your first comments, and then we'll go into the last story. Then we take your final comments and we are done for the day. Ben Azu says it's time. Farouk Deck says respect Blakk. Kamshina Zaid said Blakk Rasta more fire. Big up bro. Big bro. It's been a long time. We've known each other one on one. Yes, I'm sure that's what you wanted to say. But you don't remember me. Well, I'm sure when we meet we'll be able to, cross the T's and dot the I's, right? Nana Ogunpower says Blakk Rasta more fire. We love you, sir. Conscious Agbemenu also says fire. Yabu. Conscious, how are you doing? Black Eye says respect tall. The only true Salaga soldier. Respect Black Eye. How you doing, Black Eye? Long time no see, my brother. Love you from the bottom of that heart. Yeah. King Ras Abogo says Blakk Rasta. We are watching you live in Bolga at Hotel Amodase. Thanks to you. Now I have almost 25 people sitting and listening to you. Keep the good work going. More fire. Thank you so much, King Ras. Recruit more people and encourage them to subscribe to the channel so that when they leave the hotel, they can still watch. Okay? Evangelist Geoffrey Adi says fire. Bob Brainy says you love Ghana more than any other person except Nkrumah. More fire. Patriotism. Love you, sir. Eko Esuman says, did you, the NP, I'm sure a word is missing there. Okay. Did you know, okay, let me put in that word and see if it will work. Did you know the NPP subjected yourselves to this kind of scrutiny with oil for gold saga, to name a few, when you were in power? All of a sudden, you know better, hypocrites. Okay. I know what he said. He says, do you, the NPP? Well, it's time to say NPP. You did this now. You guys are fighting the same things that you were doing that you couldn't do properly. Now somebody's doing properly, and you know, I'm sure that's what you want to say. If not, please come back again. Yeah. Samuel Yabame says, Black Rasta, I believe, says, hi, my dear brother. What are you going? MCR, be careful. Okay? Be careful. Ivy Lee says, hi, my beautiful people. Samson Basua says, Black Rasta, just love your presentation and analysis. What is this? Thank you so much, Samson. Appreciated. Stephen Agri is watching. Thank you so much, Stephen. More comments coming in. Rap Thunder. It says, welcome, legendary. And JDSG says, greetings, Black. We are live. Oi. Rap Thunder says, it's been a long weekend. I miss you, legendary. Jonathan Botier says, Blackpot, always ahead of them in terms of info. One love, certainly. Blessed. More comments. Comments. Please, comments. Yes. Why are the comments coming and going? Please stay with me. Okay? Stephen Jackson says, we are live in the very first beautiful Monday of the year. Good evening to you, Mr. Black. Jonathan Bortes says, yeah, Blackpot is cooking more fire. And JDSGHS Black, speaking truth to power. Nobody is bigger than the truth. Rap Thunder says, been listening to the Salaga Soldier album for the weekend and waiting for you. More power. Okay? Solomon Ajete says, good evening, Black Rasta. Play me. Okay, still waiting for the African history class. Okay? And then Ali Jibril says, hello, Black Rasta. I like the way you are handling everyone. Because to be the best, you must be able to handle the worst too. Thank you. Jonathan Bortes says, Odobo says, good evening, my professor. Ali Jibril says, coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is progress. And working together is success. Rudolph Basigayem says, we are ready. Jibril Ali says, brothers and sisters, let's all be the change we wish the world to be. Thank you. Sheikh Sangu says, Ghanaians in broad daylight now. Never again the NPP era of darkness. Sheikh Sangos continues and he says, speech with proof is like a glass full of poison. I'm sure that's what you want to say. And then Fleans Chre says, people are still mining in Ghana. Yes, mining is legal, but illegal mining, which is galamsey, and mining inside the forest reserves must stop immediately. Mohammed Banjeyawan says, Anula Mbiale, I wish everyone a blissful and happy new year. May Allah grant us the full benefits of the new year and guide us on the right track with love, more love for one another. Signed MC Scorpion. And he says, Anula Mbiale, I wish everyone a blissful well. That's a repeat. Tijani Mohammed says, it's another beautiful week. Greetings to everyone and to the entire Black Empire Media family. The fire can't cool, can't quench. More fire, Mr. Black. More fire. Yabu. Tijani Mohammed comes back to say fire. James W. Doe says, run, baby, run. Oh, he was a TV station. KOJO Opppong-NKRUMAH, who took over from the foundations laid at Joy FM by Kobla Duma of the BBC fame. Rest in peace. Yes, he has a TV station. I hear it's called MX24 or something like that. Okay. And then we have Selena Johnson says, KOJO's constituent should ask for his resignation for misleading them. He met his match. Abubakar Sadiq Mohammed says, fire. Akanayo. Zure says, hi, Black, bless up, watching you live from Torino, Italy. Black, how far about Malam Tonga? Malam Tonga is around. Maybe one of these days we should invite him here so that, you'll see him, okay? Abundana Janet says, Black Rasta, forget of NPP, they are thieves. Okay? More comments? All right? And Yakubu Dauda says, good evening, Black. McCarthy Courage says, good evening, Black Rasta. More fire. Ahmed Tijani Suleiman says, Black, we remember him, Dr. Sledge. Sean Street Storm says, preach, Black Rasta. Come here. Ahmed Tijani Suleiman says, more fire. More comments? flowing. You can send them via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook. What's his name? Shakur. Zachary says, Black Rasta, blast them all. More fire. Monica Johnny says, don't mind them. They are afraid of their own shadow. NPP, never again. All right. More comments coming in. All right. We have Pandi Pamank. This man has no right to talk about people who are working hard to restore the economy to its feet after they failed. Ghanaians. Joseph Latte says Canada, Japan will win the upcoming election. Okay, all the best. Stephen Agri is watching, and KOJO Option says, you know nothing about gold buying, so shut up, brother. Okay, we hear you. Fatih Kine says, very well. Alike Mensa says, good evening, Black Rasta. Happy New Year to you. More of Ghana's blessings and wisdom throughout the year. More fire. Franklin Safu says, BAWA-ROCK all the way. They think those tricks they were using to milk the nation and the Yanom will continue. Sammy Gyamfi is my man in these early days of the year. Salute of patriotism to Sammy. All right? All right? We have Eugene Agbeve. Hey, Agbeve. Is Agbeve still around? Agbeve, you may have to come and advertise here. Long time no see. Assalamu alaikum, Agbeve. We love you. All right? Agbeve, Agbeve, Agbeve. Hey, Agbeve. Eugene Agbeve says, more fire. God they work. Says Black Rasta, Happy New Year. Where your riches upon says, man of the moment, the truth shall set you free. We love you. And we love you too. King Faisal says, more fire, Black Rasta. Evans D. Sejro, thanks for the detailed breakdown provided, Black. Bedau Adam says, well done for the wonderful submission. Thank you so much. Now, James W. Doe says Dr. Frimpong Boateng is a renowned cardiothoracic surgeon, and he reported to Nana Addo. The president said it was not true that Wuntumi of Akunta Mines was not doing any galamsey in Ghana's forest reserve. We all remember that he trashed the report and he called it vindictive. That was the word he used. Remember? And then we have Aniado Nani. Says Black Rasta, more fire. Mahama says, Black, good evening. I have a little boy here. Every evening he will come to me and say, please give me your phone. I want to listen to Black Rasta because he speaks good grammar and I must recommend you. Wow. Woo. Well, thank you so much to the little boy. Let's know his name another time. Maybe we can send him a few books to help him with his interests. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ameto Michael says, our country or nothing. Notre pays ou rien. Hey ya. Hey ya. Woyoy. Macaulay Bismarck says, Black, keep the good work for Mother Ghana. James W. Doe says, Black Rasta, sorry. Are you saying BAWA-ROCK was given 10 billion American dollars? Yes? 10 billion. B as in billion. For a period of 9 months. So let's say 10 months. So each month he had 1 billion. That's it. 10 billion. And he also spread it around to go and buy the gold. You know, so it wasn't given to him at once. Bit by bit. Month, every week. In fact, they had the money. Every week they had $250 million. Every week. So in a month, how much is that? How much is that? Yes, that's 1 billion, isn't it? 1 billion. Every week, 250 million. It started with the rest of the aggregators. And then when BAWA-ROCK proved that, yes, we can do it, honesty, everything, and he's been doing this for, you know, a very long time. You see that? So it's 10 billion. We're not talking about million. 10 million is nothing. Bros, how much gold can that buy? Even Wuntumi has $10 million to buy Chelsea, let alone Ghana. So we're talking about billion, my brethren. And I said it 3 times, right? Okay. So where was I? It says okay. Black Rasta, sorry. Are you saying BAWA-ROCK was given 10 billion? Please correct it. $10 billion in a period of 9 months. Let's say 10 months. Okay. Alayibun Yorubu Shal Savulugu says, good evening, Black Rasta, watching you live. Why? It says, keep on saying the truth. Abraham also says the NPP gendarme has backfired. Of course it has. I mean, Sammy Gyamfi knows his communication, and the few people I've spoken with around him, even those who don't really like him, they say the guy is quite honest. And if Sammy Gyamfi is watching this, you just have to keep that as your pedestal, honesty. I love honest people. We don't need anything from you. We are fasting people. To be honest with you, as I'm talking to you, I'm fasting. When I break this show, then I go and drink my cocoa. I'm fasting. So your food doesn't scare me. I'm not red-eye about what people have and they don't have. I prefer that other people would have it. You see the vibe? Okay. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Let's close now. Story number 5. Watch this. For 60 years, America tried but failed to kill this wild man. Who is the wild man we are talking about? He's called Fidel Castro. Now, Fidel Castro became the leader of Cuba at a very young age. And he was so much of a patriot. He fought for his people. Then he clashed heads with America. Some people who were in exile from Cuba were used by the FBI, trained by the FBI to go back to Cuba and try to remove this guy. For about 60 years, the FBI, America, the CIA all came together. They couldn't finish this guy. He died finally at the age of 90 of natural conditions, dead in his bed, surrounded by his loving family. Before he left power to his brother, Raul, he said bye-bye to the rest of Cuba. And he went into the room knowing very well that he had done so well for his country, Cuba. Today, you can't talk about Cuba without Fidel Castro. He built hospitals all over Cuba, trained a lot of African doctors. Rawlings had a very good relationship with him. He sent a lot of Ghanaian people there to train as medical people. And they had a very quick way of training doctors. Quickly, you go there within a few years, you're a medical doctor, you are back to Ghana. In fact, they stayed independent of America for as long as it was. America sanctioned Cuba, but Cuba didn't care. Fidel Castro was a guerrilla soldier. I saw some interesting short documentary, AI generated, that I would like to share with you. It's just about a minute long. Watch this. When we return, we'll tell you a bit more. Watch this.
1959, Havana, Cuba. A 33-year-old revolutionary seizes power. Fidel Castro overthrows a US-backed dictator. His first moves shock Washington. Seizes American oil refineries, nationalizes banks, gives land to peasants. Then allies with the Soviet Union, 90 miles from Florida. President Eisenhower's response? Remove him. The CIA gets to work. 1961. They train 1,400 Cuban exiles. Arm them. Send them to invade. Bay of Pigs. Castro's forces crush them in 72 hours. The invasion fails on live television. America is humiliated. So the CIA changes strategy. Just kill him. Operation Mongoose begins. They try poison pills hidden in his food. Fail. Exploding cigars. Fail. Poison diving suit for his hobby of scuba diving. Fail. Mafia hitmen hired with briefcases full of cash. Fail. A girlfriend recruited to slip pills into his drink. She falls for him instead, warns him, fail. Sniper rifles, car bombs, booby-trapped seashells placed where he dives, all fail. The attempts keep coming. Through Kennedy, through Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush again, Obama. 11 U.S. presidents, over 600 documented assassination attempts. Not one succeeds. Castro keeps giving speeches, building hospitals, defying embargoes, outlasts every CIA director who tried to kill him. November 25th, 2016. Fidel Castro dies, in his bed, surrounded by family. Age 90, natural causes. The man America spent 60 years trying to kill died on his own terms. 600 attempts, 11 presidents. He outlived them all.
Over 600 attempts on his life. 11 American presidents. 60 years in all. From explosive cigars to poisoned scuba diving vests. Women, cash. He survived everything because he trained his people to love him. But above him, he trained them to love their country. When you go to Cuba, housing is free. They take care of mothers and children. Free health services. They produce their own food. Yet they are only a few miles away from America. Fidel Castro, he taught the people to be patriotic. If you love your nation, you will never betray your leader who loves your nation as much. A lady was brought in and she fell in love with him. This is the story of Fidel Castro. And I intentionally brought it in for our own African leaders. How many of us as African leaders are ready to hold on to African countries like Kwame Nkrumah, like Fidel Castro, call the bluff of America, call the bluff of the world, West, the IMF and the World Bank, and say, my people, we are in this together. One people, one destiny. Come, let us all fight for our motherland. Let us all join hands for the sake of our nation. We are divided by politics. Opposition, incumbent never agree. That is why it is easy for the West to sneak in and divide us. Fidel Castro made sure that the nation was one blend. Free housing. In Cuba, it's not heaven, but they created their own heaven. Now let us move from Cuba and go to Venezuela. There was a guy there called Maduro. He was the president of the nation. His wife was called Celia Flores. They have been abducted by Trump. America and Trump have flown all the way to a sovereign nation like Venezuela and arrested the president of the country and his wife, the first lady. What is the reason? They claim that he's not the legitimate leader of the country. He didn't win the elections properly. Number two, they claim that they are protecting American interests. In what sense? That the man has a factory that produces, he and his wife, cocaine. And the cocaine is supplied to America to destroy American people. Thirdly, he claims, I'm talking about Trump, that Maduro and his regime have stolen oil rights from American businessmen. For that matter, going into the country is not an invasion. It is to fight for American interests. And before Trump entered there, he made it clear. Number one, when we go, we shall restore the stolen oil rights to the American people. And remember, every year, Venezuela churns out billions of gallons of oil, barrels of oil. They have the high density oil, aka the dirty oil, that needs a lot of refining. In fact, for some time, they were even in some little fight with Guyana over this same oil thing. And they have a lot of that. America is interested in it. So America decides to get up on the 3rd of January, goes there with the FBI, guns and ammunition. They shot and killed 82 Venezuelans around the house of Maduro. And then they abducted him. Trump is still saying that a second strike is imminent, that they will go there and strike again if Venezuela does not cooperate. They have installed a new government to fight for American interests. The same way that they had that dictator in Cuba, who Fidel Castro overthrew and attracted the chagrin of America, the anger of America. So America wants to rule the world now. Remember that America went into Venezuela with a code name, Operation Absolute Resolve. OAR. Operation Absolute Resolve. They took out by force legitimately elected government, the president, and they took him not to the High Court in Hague, but to America. It's like going to catch cockroaches and sending them to the Court of Fowls. You claim they have hurt Americans, and then you take them, instead of trying them in a neutral court, you have taken them to America to be tried. What is the world coming up to? Ghana has condemned it. The Mahama government has condemned it. Sam George has condemned it. Is this yet another Iraq? They went to Iraq. They said Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. Only to go in there, they couldn't even find a cockroach missile. Bush did that. Saddam Hussein has got up to today, Saturday, to quit Kuwait unconditionally. I remember when we were in school, we were imitating this accent. Saddam Hussein has got up to today, Saturday, to quit Kuwait. We heard that on radio. My brother, they went, killed Saddam Hussein for nothing. No weapon was found. Now, they say cocaine factory. Now Trump has come to say, oh, they have to cooperate or we strike again. Maybe they couldn't find any factory. And they are blaming it on the people of Venezuela. Where is the factory? If you don't show us the factory, we'll attack you again. Trump is going crazy. He's going bonkers. A few days ago, he was in Nigeria, bombing Nigeria. All in the name of rescuing Christians. Well, we want to see everybody live in peace and harmony. Once it was in collaboration with the Nigerian government, we don't have too much of a problem. Two sovereignties coming together, right, to do their thing. But in this case, they flew into Venezuela without any license. They created their own licenses, went and shot and killed presidential gas 82, and carried the president and his wife, flew them to New York for trial. Meanwhile, America and England and the whole of Europe, they have an agreement that never would they invade each other. Those days are gone. But if you have disagreement, why wouldn't it be worldwide? America can invade other countries, meanwhile not Europe. What does America take other countries for? It is so disheartening. The people of Cuba protected their president because he made them feel valuable, worthy. He fought for the nation. If this was Cuba, the whole nation would have come out against America. But go to Venezuela. They are all hiding in their rooms. Everyone is afraid of the first bullet. Nobody wants to be a victim. We pray that peace, equal rights, and justice will come true. What is the world saying? The United Nations. All those organizations. What are they saying? Are we living in the jungle? Now any country can just jump into another country and protecting American interests. Soon it could be Ghana. Because you are amassing gold and they are telling you don't do that. And you are doing it. They could just come. This time around they wouldn't need to shoot. They will get a few idiots. Go and assassinate your president. And they will do it like they tried to do to Nkrumah and they removed him. Let's come together as a nation. Believe in our nation. And nobody can set us against each other. The politics is too much. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. KOJO OPPONG-NKRUMAH. And here we speak truth to power. On that note, I would like to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's see your final comments. And we are out. Oh my God. Ama Nyameba says, come here. Alajibun Yurubu Shal Sabulugu says, God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. Bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true, Divine Echo Forcing says, fire, Getty Brew says, won't the USA come for Ghana, President? Because the country is doing good? Same question. Good one there. The General says Blakk Rasta is now an NDC communication member. How much do they pay you, Rasta? Ha, ha, ha. He laughs. Okay. James W. Doe says, this is deep information. You actually went digging deep. Congratulations to BAWA-ROCK for saving Ghana and its honesty. When people like SAMMY Gyamfi are there, they don't need any NDC communicator. You know that, right? No. I'm sure you are new to this platform, General. Kennedy, remember you were the same people who were here. Yeah, he's not a communicator for Kennedy. Kennedy, how much he pay you? Within 3 weeks, the fire started landing in his house. And you all went quiet. So I'm not new to some of these things. Anyway, it's your right. So you can imagine anything. Okay? All right? So, more comments. And who is this? Evans D. Sejo says, thanks for the detailed breakdown provided, Blakk. Thank you. So I'm glad you appreciate it, man. It's glorifying and gratifying to dig deep, and then people appreciate it. My brother, there's a lot of work. People don't want to talk. You call them, hey, there's a video of a young girl who was beaten by 3 women. My brother, I've spoken with 7 police people. Nobody wants to talk. Talk to this person, talk to that person, talk to that person, but we are still following up. We won't let it go. So when you dig deep and come out with information, oh my human, anyway, my fantasy is gone. Where's GH says the Black Pot? Mahmoudou Jibril says they also did the same thing to them. When they were in opposition. Okay, Bismarck E.I. says very intelligent man. Yes. Roberta Amenuveve says great program. Thank you, Roberta. We love you. Ambrose Bill says I love this program. Rough. We love you too, Ambrose. Love you. Get family and friends to subscribe to the channel, right? Introduce the channel to them. Prince Kumi Abua says Black Pot is on fire. Yes. KOJO OPPONG-NKRUMAH. And we have Parkway C. Owusu says, Bishop of Truth, I really admire this man of God. Charles AGYINASARE. Christopher Kofi says, keep the fire. Yeah, boss. Yeah, boss. Says, I salute teacher. And Nana Kofi Nyakun says, salute. George Mills says, preacher and pastor. Divine Adoku says, amen. Pakwesi Owusu PSA says, truth only. Azimta Alexander says, amen. Oh, amen. Okay? More comments coming in. You can send them via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook. Muhammad Awal Osman says, I'm here again this evening to listen to the revelation from the great Blakk Rasta. Live from Germany. We love you, my brother. Andy Asum. Ajimai says, Bishop AGYINASARE must stop this hypocrisy and also summon all the NDC MPs who took the double salary and face justice because they also stole the money from the country. Of course, if they took double salary, it's time to vomit it. Philip Albert Ato says, more fire. Prince Anthony Boivi says, yes, so wise man. Okay? More comments. Tabby John says, my favorite man on earth. I've been following him since my days in SS when he was doing reggae on radio on Happy FM. I love you. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. I thought we were talking about Archbishop AGYINASARE. So, okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Michael Kubil says, more fire. Rosemary Kwame says, hey, Blakk Rasta, keep the fire on. Lucky Sairam Njomi says, more fire, great man. Emmanuel Mau Melina Agbu says, hearing you live from the land of Lincoln, Chicago. Love you. Appreciate you, Emmanuel. We love you. Remember to subscribe to the channel and get your friends to be part of it. Charlotte Zotovi says, including pastors, they will all vomit it. Yeah, he mentioned pastors. Listen to the tape again, okay? James W. Doe says the NPP opposition does not want Ghana to succeed. It has been their modus operandi since independence. Yes, one of those MPs or ministers said that. You know, former ministers. James is happy about it. He says he likes the show. James Game Play Zone says goosebumps. Charlotte Agbeka says, and all the one-man churches should start paying taxes, or they will vomit it. Okay? Gameplay Zone, vomit it all. Kasim Kausar says, bam, the class is on. Come here. Watching you live from Connecticut. Oh, that's my state. I'm right there at, what's the name of the place? Did I forget that? Something Ford. Is it? My God. Forgive me. These days I have too much on my mind. Hartford. Yeah, Hartford. Whenever I'm in the US and I come to Connecticut, I am at Hartford. Yeah? All right. It's a very quiet state. I like it. Very cool. A lot of Jamaican people, Jamaican food, and Africans and all that. Beautiful state. I love it. Okay? Greetings to Connecticut. We love you. Game Plays All says, preach. Michael Asante says, ha 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 ha, no water. Charlotte Agbeka is laughing like a killer, and Playzone is laughing too. Ha ha ha. All right. This is where we bring it all to an end. It's a beautiful Monday. You know, I was born on a Monday, so every Monday is my birthday. I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. It's been the Black Pot, aka KOJO OPPONG. Remember, if you have any story you want us to follow up on, the numbers are rolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. We love you. And then, on behalf of my team here, we love you. And if you want to do business with us, this is a show everybody's watching. Your business will certainly do well here, okay? Pick up the numbers. WhatsApp us. Talk to us. We will hack into your call. Until then, on behalf of the team here, we say thank you so much. My name is Blakk Rasta. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!